Okay, guys, so thanks for tuning in and watching this free training that I have put together for you, showing you exactly how we have helped Neil, who has lost 24 pounds in 6 weeks. Okay, so what we're going to do, the point of this training, the purpose of this training today is just a short training that I'm going to show you. I'm going to break down how Neil did it, how he's managed to lose 24 pounds in 6 weeks, and show you how to do it too. Okay, that is the aim of the training for us today. Okay, so this is a picture here of Neil, so before and after. So these are 5 weeks apart, these photographs here, just over a month. So you can see here Neil when he started on the left hand side, or maybe right hand side, I don't know what side is on your side, but you can see there Neil, okay, how he looked there, right, carrying extra weight. And then Neil, after just 5 weeks, you can see the difference there. Look at the difference on his face, right, neck, etc. Like the fat has like you can see his 24 pounds, like he's lost this weight. And looking much better, and he's on the right path. And this is him only halfway through the Indestructible Man program. He still has another half left to go to get to week 12. Okay, so massive achievement, and I'm very proud of this man, what he's achieved here. Okay, so what did Neil struggle with before he started with us, before he came to work with us? Just 6 short weeks ago, right? It's not a long time, okay? And he said to me on a call recently, he said, like, it doesn't feel, he said, it seems so long ago that I was struggling to tie my shoelaces, but it's only been 6 weeks here. Okay, so he was struggling with he was low on energy. Okay, struggling with motivation. He had no motivation, no get up and go about him. He was just going about going to work, right, going home after work, feeling exhausted, lying on a sofa, eating crisps, right, falling asleep like by 7 o'clock at night. Okay, he was making excuses, right? He's got like a couple of bits of equipment in his house. He's got like a rowing machine and a treadmill and a bike, but he would just walk past it every day and not even bother with it, looking at it. He was just sitting there collecting dust. Okay, he was exhausted after work, sleeping on a sofa by 7 o'clock in the evening, not spending quality time with his wife, and basically eating crap. And he also had high blood pressure. He got a test at the doctor's, which they said that he had high blood pressure. Okay, he was struggling to tie his shoelaces, felt he was letting himself and his wife down. Okay, struggling with knee pain. Okay, he had a problem with his knee. Every time he walked, he felt it was painful for him. Okay, every day basically felt like a struggle. Like he could feel that his fitness was getting it wasn't where he wanted it to be, or where it could be, or it should be. He was struggling, right? Just doing normal daily tasks and normal daily activities was tough, right? And he could feel this, right? He was like at work. He works in quite a physical job as well, but he could feel himself getting tired, right? Struggling to do stuff. And on top of that as well, he had this, like when he was younger, he said he had this really high sex drive and high libido, right? And all of a sudden, like he found himself like he had no drive whatsoever, right? His libido was so low. And this comes as like a part of like the high blood pressure and the lifestyle, right? The testosterone levels. As you get older, right? Testosterone levels, you probably know this, right? It goes like it declines, right? It starts to decline. So he was struggling with this, right? And it affects everything, right? The energy levels, the health, the blood pressure, all that sort of stuff. Messes around with your body, messes around with your mind, messes around about with your life, okay? So Neil, if he continued on this path that he was on, right, he knew things were going to get really bad, okay? Neil tells me even though things weren't particularly that bad, okay, he knew like if he continued like this, right, on this path, especially at this age, right, you start to, things creep up really fast, right? All the past habits, right, the lifestyle choices that you've made for the past 10, 20 years, they catch up really fast, okay? Things were going to get bad, really bad, okay? Already had this high blood pressure, right? Like you don't know, right? Heart attacks waiting to happen and all sorts of health issues breaking down. Often for a lot of men, and this is like, they leave it too late. It's too late to reverse things, right? But here, Neil, he's caught this at the right time, okay? So what we're going to cover here is I'm going to show you what we did to overcome Neil's struggles, and like how we did this, right? We're going to show you the indestructible system that we helped Neil, that we've given Neil, and how Neil has used the indestructible system to create the changes that he has so far created, okay? So we're going to show you, like, we use the three pillar method, which I'm going to show you today. So Neil, after 6 weeks, before I show you the 3-pillar method, I'm going to show you some of the results that Neil has achieved so far very quickly, right? Just 6 weeks in, not only has he lost 24 pounds in weight, like, and you've got to think, Neil, right? He's a very fussy eater, right? He tells me, like, he used to tell me 6 weeks ago when he first spoke, he's like, I'm a really fussy eater, right? I don't know, like, how are we going to do this, right? Like, and he told me on a call recently, it was like if you had told me that in just 6 weeks, I'd be feeling this good, right? And having achieved the results I've achieved, I wouldn't have believed you. I'd be like, how are you going to do that? Okay, I'm a really fussy eater, right? All this and that. I don't have motivation. I don't have the energy. I don't know how we're going to do this. I was like, let's do it. To come into the indestructible system, the 3 pillars I'm going to show you today, okay? So he's 3x his energy levels. Okay. Now, with 3x in his energy levels, on a recent call with Neil, he tells me that at the beginning of the program, he thought he didn't think that he was really low on energy, right? He just thought this was the way it's supposed to be, right? But seeing the energy levels that he has now and feeling those energy levels that he has now, all of a sudden he's like, you don't realize, he tells me, this is his words, by the way, you don't realize how little energy you actually have until you have more. Okay? So he's 3x his energy levels, right? Probably more than that. He's feeling motivated. Remember, he's gone from no motivation to feeling motivated, right? He's now feeling he has motivation, right? He's making an effort to be more active. He's walking more. He's doing more things, right? He's massively reduced his joint pain. Now, he was struggling with knee pain. So he was like, this is one of the things he would tell himself, I can't exercise because of my knee problem, right? But really, he was just scared of getting injured, and he was using it as an excuse, right? But now he's proven that actually he can exercise. There's things he can do. And I'm going to show you what we did with Neil to work around this, and how he has, like, he's able to, and he's massively reduced that joint pain. He's like, there's nowhere near as much pain as he used to be with his knee. And he's now confident with exercise and not afraid that he's going to be getting injured anymore, okay? He has the energy to spend time, quality time, with his wife after work. Before, remember, he was falling asleep, okay? After work, he was just going home, eating crap and falling asleep, right? Not spending any time with his wife. Now he has the energy to be doing stuff with his wife. They're going out more. They're going on trips and they're doing stuff together, okay? So, like, massive impact on the relationship as well, right? Like, just by Neil making these changes, like, it's often we don't see the impact that we have on other people, okay? So he's now exercising 3-4 times a week using a rowing machine, 20 minutes each time, okay? Now, it's not much, is it? He's got a rowing machine there. And it's like, when we spoke at the beginning, I said, look, like, I know you've got knee problems, so we need to do low impact stuff. What do you have? He's like, I've got a rowing machine, right? Like, do you think that, like, you'd be able to do that, right? And he was like, yeah, cool. So he started using rowing machine. He's actually enjoying it, right? 3 times a week, he's going there, he's doing 20 minutes on the rowing machine. And it's not much, right? That's an hour once a week, right? If you think about it, it's not like he's going beasting himself in the gym for like 3 to 4 hours. He's just sticking to that. 3 sessions a week. He's got the rowing machine at home. You can do this at home, right? He's eating lots of fruit and veg, and he's surprised himself, right? Because he was telling me he was a really fussy eater. But he's actually now, he's making changes, and he's eating way more fruit and way more veg, right? He's actually has a much better diet than he had at the start, okay? He has control over his diet. Massive achievement, this. And a big thing for a lot of people, a lot of men, is like finding that balance and having that control over your diet, okay? He's improved his outlook on life, Like he sees things differently, like he feels more confident, right, in himself. He's more excited, he's more positive, right? He has more get up and go. Remember, just 6 weeks ago, he had no motivation. He's sleeping better as well. Now, when we first spoke, he told me that he was sleeping well. Now, again, this is similar to the energy levels, right? You don't realize, right, how, like, where you actually are until you have better, until you have that comparison. So now, after 6 weeks, right, his wife's telling me he's snoring less. He's snoring way less. She's even getting a better sleep now. On top of that, not only are spending more quality time together, spending more time and doing more things together, she's actually sleeping better now because of Neil making these changes, right? So often we don't think about this, the impact that we have on other people, okay, when we let ourselves go, right? When we're not making the changes, okay? Just by him making these changes, he's improving his relationship, but also, like, everything, right? Everything just gets better. And look, his whole outlook on life has radically transformed in just a short space of time. And top it off, right? His libido is back again, okay? He's got those high levels of sex drive he once had, right? This is a reflection of the lifestyle and the habits and the changes that he has made in his life, right? It's a sign of health, right? When your sex drive and libido is low, right? If you're not waking up each morning with a huge erection, right? That's a sign that things aren't working properly in your body. So for Neil here, like we flipped the coin, you can see in just 6 weeks, right? Libido's high again, back up, blood pressure, back to normal again. He just had a test last week, and the test results come back as the blood pressure levels are back down to normal, okay? This one, Neil said, you've changed my outlook on health, fitness, and weight loss. Okay, massive, right? This is massive part of the work that we do here is helping men change their outlook on health, fitness, and weight loss, right? Because, like, you might be thinking, I don't have the motivation, I can't be bothered with exercise, I can't be bothered eating better, I can't be bothered giving up all those things, right? But when we show you the 3-pillar system, the method that we use, like, your entire outlook changes. And you see it's not actually a slog. It's not as bad as you think it should be or it needs to be, okay? So what are the 3 pillars, right? We're going to look at the 3 pillars. So pillar number 1, right? The path to success. So what is this path, right? So the path inside of the pillar, first, remember there's 3 pillars. This is the first path. First pillar, which is the path, exercise and diet, okay? The path of exercise and diet. Now, we have to understand that, like, a lot of men think that they need to go on some restrictive diet to lose weight and get in shape and stay in shape long term, but it's not sustainable, is it? Diets don't work, okay? Look at the diet industry. It's $1 billion industry out there, okay? They are designed to keep people failing and keep people going back, so they keep buying that stuff, right? Diets do not work, okay? So step 1 is to not be restricted to a diet, okay? And I'm going to show you how we do this. Now, we have inside of this path, right, we customize exercise based on what you want to do, what you need to do. So we've got home-based workouts, right, you can do from home. Gym workouts you can do if you like going to the gym or you want to be going to the gym. And in Neil's instance here, he's got a rowing machine, he's had knee problems. So we recommended using that, and he's just doing the rowing machine 3 times a week, okay? In terms of the dieting side of things and nutrition, right? Flexible eating, okay? What this means is you have freedom to enjoy the foods you like. You don't have to give up alcohol at the weekends, okay? You don't have to eat salad leaves and lettuce leaves. You don't have to eat boiled chicken, right? We are about improving the quality of food that you eat, so you're feeling better, like looking after yourself. We give you the education on that as well. We show you how, not just education, but the tools and how to do it, the apps, etc. you need to use. And focusing on the amount of food that you're eating. It's not just the quality, but the amount. Learning to control the amount of food that you're eating. Right? Because we know, right, diets are a load of shit, right? You want to have the freedom to be able to enjoy life, right? Look at, like, eating well 80% of the time, if you like, right? and then having that 20% just enjoy it. Okay, there is a system that you can apply to your life. Lose weight, lose massive amounts of weight. Like, it's people trying to force themselves to lose weight by eating super clean 100% of the time, but they're always falling short. They're not losing weight, and it's like it requires a lot of willpower, a lot of motivation to continue on that path forever, right? Remember, you want this to be a long-term sustainable change. It has to be flexible, right? It has to be enjoyable, right? That's what we're all about. So pillar number 2, mindset. Okay, this is a massive pillar again, right? Because the truth is, you could have the best exercise plan and diet plan in the world, but none of that will work or will stick if you don't have the right perspective, the right mindset to keep going and keep doing this long term. Okay, and this is where a lot of guys fall short. It's like they've not trained or worked on the thought patterns and the mindset and the perspective to create lifestyle change. Remember, Neil here said, "You've changed my outlook, my perspective on health and fitness and weight loss." So this pillar, the second pillar here, is about reprogramming your mindset, okay? And coaching people, or coaching men, or coaching you, how to stay consistent, how to build the right habits, and how to build the right routines, and the perspective that is needed to make the lifestyle change permanent, right? Without this pillar, like I said, you could have the best diet and exercise plan in the world. There's no chance a person can stick at this long term, that you will stick at this long term without working on reprogramming your mindset. You cannot change your habits without reprogramming your mindset. Okay. Pillar number 3, support and accountability. This is, again, a massive pillar, right? Support and accountability, right? So Neil, he came and he's on a journey with other men on the same path and a similar mission. Look how powerful that is. Imagine being surrounded by men who are all on a similar mission, all on the same path, looking to better improve themselves, looking to improve their habits, looking to improve their outlook on life, looking to improve their relationships in life, looking to improve their diet, looking to get more out of themselves, to become better versions of themselves, to feel happier and feel fitter. And not only that, but all of these men together, coming together, all supporting and motivating each other along the way. This is priceless. Powerful. On top of this, he's got the one-to-one calls, right? So Neil's had the one-to-one calls with me, okay, where we check in, review his progress, etc., set the action plan that is needed, help him overcome obstacles as they come up. And the group coaching calls. So we have the group coaching calls where other men come together, right? And we do some coaching, we do some training, we give men the knowledge and the tools, etc., to do this as for the rest of their life, okay? On top of this, the daily support, the motivation, the accountability from me and the group, right? Again, priceless. Imagine having someone on your side, on your back, right? Reminding you, motivating you, being there for you throughout the journey. Okay, because let's face it, it's not easy, is it? So without the support, without this support system, the indestructible method, right? The indestructible system, it's like me asking you to go and climb Mount Everest right now, right? Imagine that, right? Imagine going out Mount Everest. I say, like, go and climb Mount Everest, right? Go by yourself. You just turn up there, right? By yourself. Like, it's pretty much impossible, right? Like, as opposed to having a guide who knows the fastest and easiest way up with a massive group of other men going up that mountain together. Look how powerful that is. Like, having the importance, like if you go up Mount Everest, you need that guide who's been up there countless of times. He knows the path, he knows the dangers, he knows the obstacles, he knows what's going on. He will get you there safely, right? So very powerful, right? Very powerful system, this 3-pillar system here, okay? And it's about, we, Indestructible Men, we coach you, we guide you, we give you the tools for you to, like, remember, at the end of the day, you still have to, like, the person has to do the work, right? We can't do the work for you. But imagine you've got those tools in life, not just the support system and the accountability to make sure that you do the work, but also, like, having reprogrammed your mindset and having the tools, the knowledge and understanding around nutrition and exercise for you to sustain this for the rest of your life, right? Like you wouldn't go to, like if your car breaks down, you wouldn't, if you're not a mechanic, you don't try and fix it yourself. You take it to the mechanic, right? Like if your teeth fall out, right, you don't fix your teeth yourself, right? You go to the dentist, right? You go to that specialist to get that sorted out for you. And this is the same here, right? If you need to lose weight, if you need to get in shape, you need to improve your health and improve your fitness, etc., right? You go to a specialist to get it, right? Why do this on your own? Why struggle on your own, right? And the reality is, if it hasn't worked up until now, right, then something needs to change. We need to do something different, okay? Right? Chances are, like if it hasn't worked until now, do it on your own. It's not going to work moving forward, okay? So look, that being said, right, if you enjoy this training, if it's something that you feel that you need help with or you want to explore a little bit further, I'm opening up slots to take on 5 men this month, okay? Men who want to achieve this result and more. Okay? So, to get started, you can get started free of charge with us. And that starts by having a call to see if this is something that could potentially work for you. Because I'm not interested in working with people who I feel that I cannot help and like that this system cannot be applied to their life. So I like to have a chat, okay? Free of charge, right? Look at your current situation, look at what's stopping you, look at where you want to be, right? We'll go from there, we'll figure out, we can see if this is something that could potentially work for you, okay? And we will take it from there, right? Right, look, take that first step, right? If you've been watching this training right till the end, take that first step today by reaching out in the DMs, or you can click the link below. There should be a link to my calendar, my website, where you can see other results like Neil, okay? Have a look, scan through, book a call inside the calendar, or just reach out, okay? Reach out, drop me a message, and we'll have a conversation about seeing what we can do for you if this is something that we can help you with, okay? Now, a bit cliche here, right? Okay, but it's true. In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take, okay? Hope you enjoyed today's training. I'm going to leave you with that, and we shall catch up soon.